Unit 7, Lesson 5, Constructing Angles. As you know, to construct any angle, we need to use the protractor. But if you look to the learning goal, it's totally different. It's saying without the use of a protractor, how can I construct angles using a compass? So, if you want to use a protractor, it's only to check the result, to check if you did a good job or not. But you cannot use a protractor to construct the angle. We need to use only the compass. So let's start with our first example. How can I construct 60-degree angle? A 60-degree angle can be drawn by constructing equilateral triangle. For sure we know that the equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides, has 3 equal angle. 180 divided by 3 equals 60. That's why the best way to get the 60-degree angle is to draw an equilateral triangle. But how can I draw equilateral triangle using a compass? And this is what we're going to see now. So let's start to prepare a ruler. Then I'm going to start a line, and let's say I need this line with 7 centimeter. Here we go. This is 7 centimeter. Now I don't need the ruler. After that I need a compass. This compass, I open it with a distance equal to this 7 centimeter. And as you can see, if I adjust exactly the point here with the segment, that means this opening equal to 7 centimeter. Now I need to reach, if this is A and this is B, I need to reach point C that it's far with the same distance. So I can bring my compass up and I can start to draw an arc. Any point on this arc, it's far from point A with 7 centimeter. Excellent. Now I need to bring the metal point to B, and to do the same thing I need an arc to show me all the point that it's far from point B with 7 centimeter. So I can draw an arc with the same way. Now I don't need the compass, but I need to know that the intersection point of the arc is 7 centimeter far from A, and in the same time 7 centimeter far from point B. So let's show you now this point. If this point is A, if this point is B, the intersection point is going to be C, and I'm sure from C to A it's 7 centimeter because of this arc, and I'm sure that the distance between B and C is 7 centimeter because of this arc. Now all I have to do is to draw another line, and this line from C to A, and another line from C to B. Now can I check if I have an equilateral triangle? For sure I can use a ruler. As you can see, if I adjust the ruler exactly on the point A, I can get a distance approximately 7 centimeter, as you can see, and from the other side too I can bring the ruler to B, and check the other side again. Can you see it's on the arc 7 centimeter, as you can see. So that means I have an equilateral triangle, and for sure this should be 60, 60, 60. Can I check? Yes, I can bring the protractor and check if I have a 60 degree. As you can see, from B to C it's 60 degree, and from the other side I can check again if I have a 60 degree, and from here to here it's almost 60 degree. For sure, if the arc is thinner, it can give me a better result. And this is how I can draw a 60 degree. So I'm going to show you here in red. This is what I was looking for, a 60 degree. So if I show the teacher this angle, that means I answered the first question. Let's go back and see the second one. I need a 90 degree angle. We know it from previous that a 90 degree can be drawn by constructing perpendicular bisector of a line segment. And this lesson, it's not new. This is from the previous lesson. So I can go to another page and repeat the same thing. I can have a ruler, again draw a segment line, and this segment line I can choose any dimension. Let's say I'm going to choose this time 8 centimeter. Now I don't need a ruler. I need to use the compass. If you remember from the previous lesson, we say we open the compass with a distance more than the half. And after that, I need to draw an arc up and another one down. And after that, I can switch. I bring the metal point to point B. I do the same thing and I don't change the opening. As you can see, I didn't change the opening. Another curve up and another curve down. Now I don't need the compass. All I need to do is to join these two intersection point of arc with a nice line. Let's say I'm going to choose the green with a thin line from this point to this point. Now I guarantee that this is perpendicular. Let's check. So I can use the protector. Is it 90 degree? As you can see, it's perfect angle 90 degree. So in this case, I can draw the angle to show it to the teacher that I did a good job. So here I have an angle of 90 degree, and this is what he asked me to do. Now let's go back and see the next one, 30 degree angle. How can I draw a 30 degree angle using the compass? I need a 60 degree angle and bisect it. So I can go back and say, that means I can use this angle. Already I have it 60 degree. I need only to bisect it in two, as we learned from the previous chapter. So as you know, to bisect it I need a compass. So I'm going to remove the protector from here. I will ask for the compass. Now I don't need this 60 degree. You know that this is 60 degree to free some space. And now I can use a compass. How to bisect the angle? As you know, if I have AB and AC, I need to open the compass with a distance less than the distance of AB or AC. So I can start to do a small arc here, and from the other side with the same opening another small arc. Then I take the metal point added to this intersection point and I create another arc, and I do the same thing. I don't change the opening. This is a condition. And I draw another curve. This intersection point, if I join it with A, it's gonna be my bisector. So let's say I'm gonna use the green color with a thin line, and I join the intersection with point A. Now, if this angle is a bisector of 60, for sure that means it's 30 degree. So I can bring the protector, and as I told you, I'm using only the protector to check. So I bring it to point A and adjust it. As you can see, it's 30 degree from here and 30 degree from here. That means this line is a real bisector of 60, and now I can show the teacher that I understand that this angle is 30 degree. I go back to my question. I need a 45 degree. I know the 45 degree is a half of 90. If I have the tools to draw a 90 degree from previous lesson, I can bisect the 90 to get 45. So let's use again the compass, and in this time I'm gonna say I need to bisect 90 degrees. So let's bisect the other side. So I can bring the metal point to the angle, as you can see, make it a little bit short to match this side and this side. I can make it more shorter, and after that I can start to draw one arc here, and from the other side another arc. Now I have 2 points. I can bring the intersection point, the metal point, to the intersection here, and I can start to draw another curve, and I place the metal point here with the same opening. I cannot do anything with the opening, I cannot change anything, and only to draw the second arc. Now if I joined this intersection with the angle, that means I created a bisector. So let's say I'm going to choose the green color and a center line, and I join this point with my angle. This bisector bisects the 90 degree into two equal angles of 45. Now I can check what I did. I'm placing on the angle this point 0, and as you can see it passing between the 40 and the 5. If I want to check carefully, I can extend this line and check it again if it's right angle or not. As you can see, it's perfect 45 degree. So this is how to draw 90 degree and bisect it in 45, and in the other example how to draw a 60 degree and bisect it to 30. Now if I have a question in the quiz or in the assignment to draw a 150 degree angle, how can I have 150 degree? As you know, the 150 is the sum of 60 and 90. Do I know how to draw 60? Yes. Do I know how to draw 90? Yes. In this case, if I combine both, I will get 150. So let's create this example from the beginning. Here we go. I draw a segment line from any point to any point. I don't care the dimension. Next, I ask to bisect this segment to have the 90 degree. So again, I ask for the compass. I place the metal point on the edge, and I open my compass with an opening more than the half. After that, all I need to do is to draw a curve up and another curve down, one below and one up. So here we go. Now I switch only the metal point to the other edge without changing the opening, and all I have to do is to draw the curve, and from the other side below to draw another curve. Now if I join the 2 point with a green line, this green line is gonna be a perfect perpendicular bisector to this segment. So I'm gonna adjust it a little bit to make sure that it passes through the intersection of the 2 dots, approximately. So I have the 90 degree. If I take with a pen and I show myself, where is a 90 degree? This one. This is 90 degree. Now I need to add to this 90 degree another 60 from here, not from here. The 60 starting from the green line and going like that. That means I need to use this line as a side of equilateral triangle, not this line. This is a big mistake. If I draw something like that as equilateral triangle, this angle will be 60. 60, it's far from 90, so this is wrong. I cannot do that. I need to use the green line as a side of an equilateral triangle. So in this case, this one is going to be 60 degree. 60 plus 90 equal 150. So I need to focus with this one. So let's do it now. This space, I want to have it 2 other times to build my equilateral triangle. So I'm gonna take my compass, place the metal point here, make sure that I have an opening equal to the dimension of this side, and you need to focus with the intersection exactly. So if this side equal 5 or 4 or whatever, I don't care, but I have the size. Now all I need to do is from here, from this opening, to create a curve, and from the other side I need the same thing to create another curve that it meets with the first one, and here this intersection is going to create a point that is far from this edge with the same distance as this, with the same distance as this, and from here I created a nice equilateral triangle with green color. Let's say this is an intersection point. I want to make sure that it's passing through the intersection, and another one from here to here. If this is perfect equilateral triangle, that means this angle is 60. I can always check my work using the protractor. It's only to check. So now I'm looking for the point that I can turn my protractor like this, and now I can adjust it. If I have a great job, I will can see there is a small difference because of the thickness of this, but if I had a great job from the beginning, this one is going to be 60 degree. So now I can show the teacher this is a 60 degree angle. That means the whole thing 90 and 60, it's 150 degree angle. Now if the teacher asks me for 120, I can bisect the 60 in 30. 30 plus 90 equal 120, and so on. There is many angles that I can construct it with a compass. And as you can see, I didn't use a protractor to construct, but I use a protractor to check. I hope you understood this lesson, and this is the last lesson for the Unit 7. Congratulations. Now you need to be ready for the whole tests, and see you for the next chapter, which is going to be the measurement. Thank you.